key components of grantsmanship when you write thinking about your reviewer. Because the truth is that reviewers often end up doing these reviews late at night. The NRF have these things called panel meetings. And you go off to the bed and breakfast, or you come up from Cape Town and you started reading your proposals on the plane, and then in Empire Road, and then in the bed and breakfast, the television's going, the phone is ringing, your children are phoning you, and you're trying to make sense of this proposal at the same time. So there's a lot of competing noise, and if you can pick up things that they recognize, it's so much better. All right, so to do that, you need to understand exactly what the funder wants. You must understand that fully. Okay, you read the guide, you read the website, you read it once, you read it twice, you read it 3 times over, and then you're ready to go and ask them questions about this. Okay, so a lot of effort goes into understanding what the funder wants. Now, this is where the research office, where I work, can help, because we try and do this on behalf of people applying to the NRF and other places. We try and do all this homework for you, leaving you more time to do what you're good at, your research. Okay. Sometimes, though, you might find a funding opportunity that doesn't fall into things that we know about, then you've got to do that yourself. Now, when you understand these things, I call those the magic buttons. Each funder has magic buttons. Let me give you an example. The NRF has 2 magic buttons, things that they want to see in their proposals. One is this research will lead to publications, research, peer-reviewed publications. So you need to explain to them which publications are coming out. Okay? The other thing they like to see is that this research will lead to, using their code words, human capital development, which is a fancy phrase for lots of masters and PhD students graduating. That's the 2 things they like to see. So you must make sure you show that in your application. Now, another thing that I want to tell you about quickly is I want you to flag it. What do I mean by flagging it in your writing? So it's this competition, this help writing for the reviewer so they can find what you're talking about easily. So don't give them a 20-page document that they have to read in every single word. Speed reading techniques. Paragraph, read the first sentence, skip the rest, go on to the next paragraph. So if you put the good idea as a second idea in a paragraph, it could be missed. It could be lost. So don't do that. Keep it clear. Keep it simple. Also, flag it by using subheadings. Often in the text, they'll give you a heading, a question. You can put subheadings. So you'll say, this project will deliver research papers and 2 students. So you flag it, make it very clear so people can see. And then one more thing. Never write what I've just said there. This will produce research papers. It's not detailed enough. So you must always write, this will produce 2 research papers. The first has this working title and is targeted at this journal. The second has this working title and targeted at this journal. So what am I saying there? That you're showing that you've really thought about what the research output will look like. Now, if you use the word working title and targeted journal, nobody's ever going to come back and say, it didn't have that title and it didn't come in that journal. Okay, because you're targeting and it's a working title. All right, but it shows to me that you've really thought, and you're not just promising 2 publications, because that's so vague and anybody can throw that in. And will you actually deliver on that? I'm not sure. So, but if you've got an actual title in mind and an actual journal in mind, it gives me a good sense that this is likely to happen. Yeah? Happy with that? One last. A, only then are you ready to write the application. Okay? And then now, once you start the application, you need to throw away all your creativity. What do I mean by that? Don't try and be creative. If they say to you, please, use 11 point Times New Roman font, and you think, I don't like that font, I'm going to go 12 point sans serif or whatever. Don't be creative. Just stick to the rules. If they say, tell me in 250 words, don't make it 450 words. Just give them what they want, okay? You never want to be gonged out of a competition because you didn't follow a simple rule. Okay, throw away your creativity at that stage and just give them what they want. And then the last one, where possible, especially if you're going to be in this game for a long time, develop a partnership with your funder. Not in the sense of being, a corrupt partnership. That's not what I'm talking about. But really get to know the funder. Having been a grant manager, it's quite a lonely job because you always give a few grants and those people are very kind and nice to you, but you also have to turn lots and lots of people down, and those people hate your guts. Okay, so it's quite a lonely job. So go and speak to people. Go and meet the people who run these grants. Get to know them. Get to understand what they need and what they mean and understand by the grant. Especially if you're going to be around for a long time, you need a partnership with them. They should recognize you and you should recognize them.